I've had a dream project for the past 3 years of walking the Trail of Tears with my father and making a theater piece about it. So for those of you who aren't familiar with the Trail of Tears, it was the forced removal of the Cherokee by Andrew Jackson in 1837. And it was signed by the Treaty of New Echota. And that's how my family made it to Oklahoma. And my father is Cherokee, my mother is German-Irish. Growing up, I knew nothing about my family outside of Oklahoma. It was just too painful for my father's Cherokee side to talk about. And it's something that's haunted my dreams for a very, very long time. And so 2 summers ago, I was able to do what I wanted to do. And once again, it was serendipity. I was doing a play in Los Angeles. The director and I went out for dinner one night, and she asked what my dream project was, and I told her. And she said, well, I hope that works out for you. 6 months later, she was offered a job to be the executive director of the Keenan Institute for the Arts in North Carolina. And one of the perks of that job is you get to produce your own project. But it has to be about North Carolina. So she said, are you still interested? We'll fly you out to North Carolina. We'll see if we can find a story. And I said, absolutely. And so I only had a handful of family names because, once again, my family never talked about where we came from. And Cherokee Nation at that time was North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee, and some of Alabama. And so that's a lot of ground to cover if you don't know where you came from. So I got very lucky that not only were we able to find my family's homestead, we were able to visit it. And Corey said, we have a story, so the next thing you know, I'm planning this crazy trip with my father. I made the poor man get a physical, and we retraced my family's footsteps all the way from North Carolina to Oklahoma, over 900 miles.
What's happening in Portland with this?
So I honestly just came downstairs from signing my contract with Portland Center Stage, and I'm going to be bringing And So We Walked Here to Portland. And that's, I mean... I'm not going to cry. Okay. But I never dreamed my little play would be able to do this. And so we're going to do 47 performances here at Portland Center Stage in the Ellen By studio. And it'll be right after Astoria Part 2. So next year is going to be a busy season for me. I'm going to be spending 6 months of the year in Portland, and I'm so excited about that. And of course, to be able to tell this story to a wider audience. You know, we knew it would do well in North Carolina just because that's where the trail started. Well, the trail technically started at people's doorsteps, but, you know, that's where the Cherokee, the Eastern Band of the Cherokee Indians, that's where their headquarters are. And so to be able to tell this to a predominantly non-native audience is a huge step in the right direction. And it's something that whenever I thought of the show, I was hoping that it would be able to go to a theater that wasn't a native theater, that was, you know, a prestigious theater, and to be able to come here to Portland Center Stage it's a dream come true. I'm still can't believe this is happening. And so I signed the contract literally like 30 minutes ago. I had Creon Thorne take a picture of me signing it so I could send it to my father just to show him that's really going to happen. He's very happy. And we're hoping that he and my mom will be able to come out and see the show. And they purposely didn't come out to see Astoria Part 1 because next year we're going to do Part 1 and Part 2 and then do And So We Walk. So they're going to see all 3.